Welcome Scorpio, December 2016. It's come around pretty fast. I guess it's a little early, but Merry Christmas anyhow. And a big thank you to all of you who've taken the time to, drop in here every month and listen to me rambling astrologically. They're just brief rambles, but hopefully they give you a snippet of what's to come in the next month or so. Of course, we have the yearlies coming up because it's a new year, 2017. And at astrology.com.au we'll be putting them up very shortly. I'll let you know about that ASAP as soon as I've finished them. Quite a bit of writing there involved. But let's take a look at this continuing, I guess it's a ball and chain around your neck, the transit of Saturn in your finance sector. And I hate to keep harping on it, but with the very, very recent new moon in the same spot, very near to Saturn, it's showing that this is the start of a new financial cycle, earnings cycle. But Saturn, of course, is notorious for slowing things down, delaying what is destined to happen. So I'm hoping that you've developed that patience sufficiently to understand that all good things come to those that wait, and the obstacles you've had in the financial area of your life, which many of you have, should be seen as a really amazing growth path, a learning curve for you at this time. Saturn will continue to stay in this position, would you believe, till, December 20th, 2017. So it doesn't mean that it's going to be as hard. Of course, we have some good news earlier than that next year. I won't break that news now, but Jupiter's transit is going to also give you considerable relief when it moves into your sun sign. So more on that in January, because I'm jumping the gun here. But suffice to say that you have been very, very creative at the moment, and that's shown by the trine position becoming it's actually applying. Now what we mean applying is that Saturn, which is causing this trouble, is moving into a 120 degree aspect of Uranus from your sixth house of work, day-to-day routine. And Uranus is a very, very progressive planet. So it's showing that, again, I keep throwing these old sayings around, but necessity is the mother of invention. And these combinations usually show that you're able to take, I suppose, old ideas and really respin them in a fresh way. And that's what's needed for your work now, as shown by these transits. Still a fair bit of heavy responsibility. We see also the conjunction now of the Sun, which is your career planet. Well, Sun's not a planet, we know that, but for ease of use, the Sun transits the conjunction exactly on December 10th. So that's showing a lot more, you're shouldering a lot more responsibility financially. Your work is also still bogging you down. The only saving grace is that Uranus trine, which is giving you some fresh insights into how you can really tackle the problems that you've had. And this is all good, believe it or not, because you're able to take that information and remulch it into something completely unique and brand that with your own originality. I'm just having a look at the other transits for the month. We see Venus, the planet ruling your relationships, currently in the third house, having just passed that really ominous conjunction with Pluto, making perhaps your partners or your business partners a little more intense than usual. And that moves into your fourth house of family affairs, which is usually a good omen, especially leading up to Christmas. And we see that that takes place on December 8th, just before that conjunction of the Sun with Saturn. So a rather lovely transit there to offset some of these other issues that we're talking about. The Sun trines Uranus, again, that's going to add weight to the Saturn trine Uranus that I'm looking at here, and that's going to give you originality of personality. So not just in what you're doing, but in how you present yourself, I believe will be instrumental in helping you achieve better results financially, particularly in the middle of the month. But of course that's leading up to Christmas. And we see too that Mercury, the 8th ruler, which is a planet of shared resources and also friendships because it rules Virgo, is retrograde at that time. So things could be in a bit of a sideways slide, doing its backward dance is going to put some of your negotiations or some of those expected deals or agreements on hold until January. So it's probably good for you because you've had all this heavy attention on work and money, and so this planet may just, the nick of time, afford you that time out that you really, really need. Mercury is transiting the 3rd house when it does that, which is contracts, communications, and pardon me, an understanding of others through your spoken or written word. Up to the 25th, we see a lovely aspect there. Venus again is doing nice things for you at this time of the year, and it moves into the trine aspect of Jupiter. And being in that 4th house of family, this is lovely. This is a really feel-good time for you and your family. It ensures that there's a wealth of emotion, and it's genuine emotion as well. It's not one of those scenarios where you have to put on the mask and pretend because cousin Johnny, who's a big a-hole, is always making trouble at the dinner table, right? So you can genuinely feel good, and maybe for some of you it's because you're going to avoid that minefield of family get-together. It could be a quiet one, just in the comfort of your own immediate family, with some lovely gifts and a wealth of emotions and love. This is one of the better aspects of the zodiac. There's a little trouble there on 27th. You may be wanting to do a little too much when you should really be relaxing. Mars in what we call the Sessi Quadrate, which is a 135-degree aspect to Jupiter from your 12th house. That is the tendency to do too much, give away too much. You don't need to give away as much as you think you have to achieve some objective at this late stage of the year. The conjunction of the Sun with Mercury on the 29th, very late, last couple of days of the year. Maybe some good news from your work again, because the Sun ruling your career, Mercury ruling communications and those contracts, could be a nice little cherry on top of the cake. So I do wish you the best for this festive season. I'll be back for the new year. In the meantime, check out astrology.com.au. We are about to put up the yearly forecast for 2017. What's happening to you, Scorpio? It's going to be better, trust me. Take care. Look forward to your company again next year. Bye-bye.